Hello friends, welcome to Oracle Land. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about anonymous blocks more deeply. In this tutorial, we are going to practice about the anonymous blocks in the SQL Developer. So here is the basic anonymous block that I have just written. It has three parts, namely declare part, that is having a one variable called vname, and it has a data type called varchar2. Varchar2 are basically used to hold the string type variables. It can have a precision value like 0 1 2 3 4. So here I have given 100. So this particular variable vname will store around a string of size 100. Now begin block is used to write the code that are going to get executed. Here we write our business logic. In this particular anonymous block, I have written a variable in which I have assigned a string value. So this particular value is, this is a first anonymous block that is going to get inserted in the vname variable. Now after this, I am going to print out this value on the console using the dbms output dot put underscore line. dbms output is a package, and in that package there is a procedure called put line that accepts any parameter. In this particular case, I have passed the parameter called vname. So this anonymous block is gonna print a vname variable. To run this block, we are going to use the run statement. So the output script output shows the anonymous block is completed, but there is no output on the screen, as this is not a console. This is just a result that is going to show us whether the anonymous block is completed or not. To show the results on the screen, we need to open the console. So in the view section, there is a option called dbms under output that is used to display the output on this console. Here we will use the add button, then it will ask for connection, for which it is going to display the value. Now we try again using this play button. Now we can see that there is a output on the console which is showing this is a first anonymous block. So this is the basic example of anonymous block that we have covered. Now in this anonymous block, I am going to add one exception block as well. Exception block, as I have already explained to you, that it contains a keyword called exception. Then there is a when clause that defines that particular exception is gonna called on what type of exception. So the most simple type of the exception is the others. So I'm gonna use others here. So it will say that when others, then print any output you want, like error has occurred. Now I'm gonna try to run this program again. Now you can see that program has completed execution with the anonymous block completed output on the script output section. But in the console, we are able to see the output in a proper manner. It is showing that this is a first anonymous block. So this gives us idea that the exception block is a block that is a truly an optional block. Means it is not mandatory that the exception blocks get executed all the time. The exception block only gets executed whenever there is an exception in the program, either in the declarations means not any declaration section, but only particularly in the exceptions execution block. like between the begin and that exception. So in order to execute the commands in the exception block, we are going to raise an exception. So to particularly raise an exception, there is a procedure called raise application error. It takes an input as a particular exception number and an exception string, and an optional parameter called key trace. So I'm gonna pass false here, which is already also a by default value. So now I try to run this particular program. Now you can see that the output, okay, just first clear this console. Now run it again. This particular output is showing error has occurred. Error has occurred, I have written in the exception block. So this particular exception is being raised by this raise application error command that I have just put in the exception execution block. Now as you can see that the output is only showing the error has occurred and not the vname. Why? Because the raise application error has passed the control to the exception block, and then there is no return from this particular exception block. As you can see that the output is only error has occurred and not the this is a first anonymous block. So once a exception is raised, no commands after that exception is executed. So in this way you can understand the particular exception types and the execution of exceptions.